Om. 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri, Gurave Namaha, Akhanda Mandalakaram, Vyaptam Yena Characharam, Tat Padam Darshitam Yena, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Dhyana Moolam Guror Murti, Puja Moolam Guror Padam, Mantra Moolam Guror Vakyam, Moksha Moolam Guru Krapa, Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om. I welcome all of you, Atma Jyotis from Ramakrishna Vedanta Study Circle and Sri Shiva Vedanta Study Circle. So now, today, you can ask me questions. If I know the answer, I can give you. Then, if there are no more questions, then we can sit silently for some time and meditate. Is that okay? Anybody else has any other agenda? So once in a while, maybe once in a month or once in 2 months, you people in UK and USA can have a session with me like this. Depending, you can ask for it. Otherwise, regular programs are going on. You can join one of them. So today, first is, it's for you to ask any questions, any doubts, any clarification which you want. So then we will go for Nididhyasa meditation. Anybody wants to start off?
Prabhuji,
Yes,
this
Padmini.
is Padmini.
Yes, Padmini. Yes, go ahead.
I had a question about, I've listened to some of your talks on this, but just needed some more clarity. So when we talk about Ishvara Shrishti and Jiva Shrishti, I'm not, I mean, I get the overall concept, but I'm not able to, when I think about, when I listen to you, it's clear, but later when I go back, it's not clear.
See, the totality of creation, right? We didn't do it. I didn't do it. You didn't do it. The entire universe. Okay. That universe includes you and me also. Padmini and Prabhuji also. Our body, mind, everything is an appearance. I don't know whether it's creation, but there's something appears. Right? Yes, Padmini?
Yeah.
So now this creation is magnificent. It's too big. Okay, it's mind-boggling. Correct? And there's an order in this creation, a perfect order. so big stars, planets, galaxies are there, and so small atoms and molecules are there. A human beings are there. There's so much magnificence and order in this whole creation. Correct? And whoever created this, that creator we call as Ishvara, the Lord. Correct? So now, in this creation, the beauty of this creation is there's a perfect order on what is largest to the smallest. The galaxies and stars and planets are living in harmony with the atoms and molecules. If one atom decides I won't be in right orbit, then the galaxy will collapse. The macrocosmic order and microcosmic order are working together as a perfect whole. Right?
Yes.
There is a perfect order in this creation. A beautiful, magnificent order. That magnificent order includes us also. Our body, mind, when our heart is beating, our brain is functioning, our eyes are functioning. So there's a very wonderful perfection and order in this creation. Correct?
True.
So we are a part of the order. We cannot be separate from the order. That order is what we call as Ishvara. To create this order, there must be magnificent intelligence there, a mind-boggling intelligence. So that intelligence we call as God or Ishvara. Correct?
Yes.
But for us, this creation seems to be troublesome. We see good and bad, right and wrong, happiness and unhappiness, suffering. So then you'll ask the question, that fellow who is there, Ishvara, has intelligence to create such a magnificent universe, but still why did he create trouble? Why there's a suffering in life? Why there's unhappiness in life? Why there's a death? Our human mind starts questioning the aspects of Ishvara's creation based on our own experience. You understand?
Yes.
So now, what we question may not be true, but this is our own experience. For example, I get up in the morning, then want to go out. I'll say, what a bad day today. It's cloudy, bad day. The day is neither bad or good. I say it's a bad day. Day is whose creation? It's not my creation. Day is Ishvara's creation. But my comment about that creation is bad day. The day is neither good or bad. It's a creation. It is a creation, magnificent creation. I seem to have a constant opinion about everything in life. Right?
True.
So this is Jiva's creation, the opinion about the creation. Okay. The universe is the magnificence is there. It's a beautiful, mind-boggling magnificence, mind-boggling order, beauty. So that is called Vishwa or the universe. And that we call as Vishnu. That's why Vishnu Sahasranama came into picture. Vishwam Vishnu Vashatkaro. The Vishnu, the consciousness appeared as the universe. And when consciousness appeared as the universe, there should be perfection. And we see the perfection also. But human mind sees the imperfection also. This is good, this is bad, this is like, this I don't like. Okay, this I should do, this I should not do. That means on that magnificent thing, we'll put our own projection also. Whether the right projection or wrong projection, or we put our own projection on that. Correct?
That's true.
This projection creates something in us, leaves the impression in us. A bad day. What the hell is a bad day? Leaves the impression in us. It's a beautiful day, leaves the impression in us. So, from an objective reality, we are creating a subjective reality for ourselves. Your subjective reality, Pallavi cannot see. My subjective reality, you cannot see. So, we are having an objective reality where all of us are sharing, and a subjective reality is private to us. Correct?
Yes.
Whose creation is subject to reality?
Us.
It's Padmini's creation. Padmini's creation is subject to reality. Objective reality is Ishvara's creation, the Lord's creation. Understand? So your creation, individual creation, is called Jiva Srishti. How do you interpret this universe in your own view? And what creates you? Are you creating happiness or unhappiness within you? Are you creating suffering within you? Is the issue of Jiva Srishti. And this drives your life. Jiva Srishti drives your life. Right? Ishvara Srishti is an objective creation. Sky, sun, moon, earth, water, everything is perfect. Magnificent. Okay? But a Jiva Srishti, human being, sees a flaw in that, good in that, bad in that, likes that creates an individual creation. It's a personal creation in our head. It's called Jiva Srishti. And we look at the world only from Jiva Srishti point of view, not Ishvara Srishti point of view. We don't see from the universal point of view. Right? We only from our point of view. Right?
It's true.
So this, our point of view, looking at something is called Jiva Srishti. We never see the reality. We see only our viewpoint in the universe. Right? So it's your individual creation and it's your private world, your private hell or heaven inside your head. So this is called Jiva Srishti. For example, two people are living in the same room. Let's say husband and wife. Are they living in the same world?
No.
They are living in Ishvara's world, objective reality. But each of them, they live in their subjective reality. They are in different worlds. What is their head of each person? We don't know. That's a private reality. So a public reality and private reality coexist. The private reality is called Jiva Srishti, public reality is Ishvara Srishti. And this private reality, what you have in your mind, creates the pollution, the noise, the war, the crimes, all those things which are disturbing in the universe is created by private reality. Why there is a war in the world? When human beings are angry inside, that anger will burst out as a war. So the Jiva Srishti starts disturbing the Ishvara Srishti in some way, in terms of pollution, in terms of war, in terms of violence, in terms of disturbing the harmony. Right? So when these tendencies disturb the harmony of the universe, is called Asuri Pravrti, demonic nature. When they are in tune with the harmony of the universe, this is called Daivi Prakriti. Daiva and Asura, those tendencies come from within us. This is called Jiva Srishti. And human being can be as powerful to destroy the earth itself by nuclear bomb or atomic bomb. Ishvara Srishti, a part of that can be destroyed. Right? So you understand the difference between Jiva Srishti and Ishvara Srishti?
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji.
I'll give you some example of Jiva Srishti also. Okay. So a person opens the door, house. He sees a beautiful cow. Then he shows namaskara. The divine cow has come to my house. He'll do some puja, feed some. The same cow stands in front of another person's house. He says, what a nice cow. My afternoon lunch biryani. The same cow is biryani for somebody. Same cow is divine for somebody. Then child sees, what a beautiful cow. What kind of milk I can get? A food for somebody. A businessman sees it. What a beautiful cow. How much money can I earn? Cow is same as Ishvara Srishti. But our view of the cow is very different, depending on Jiva Srishti. Are you clear? So
yes.
Jiva Srishti difference you understood?
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji.
Entire spiritual journey, please understand, entire spiritual journey is to nullify Jiva Srishti. Only Ishvara Srishti is there. My own private creation I have created, I have to discard it so that I'm in tune with the universal harmony, Ishvara. That is enlightenment. Understand? Enlightenment is not getting something new. Enlightenment is I have created a private this thing. What is it inside my consciousness? So that if I get rid of that, whole universe is a magnificent harmony. I live in totality, oneness. See the oneness, one in all in one. I realize that non-dual nature, Advaita, that is called enlightenment. So basically, enlightenment in another way is getting rid of Jiva Srishti. Are we clear?
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
Jiva Srishti has a concept, likes and dislikes, fears, anxiety, stress, regret, okay, imagination, and illusions. This Jiva Srishti. Ishvara Srishti is harmony, intelligence, beauty, okay, and the entire universe supporting each other. A star and galaxy support an ant on the earth. So entire Ishvara Srishti is harmonious. Whereas Jiva Srishti sees the disharmony and creates the disharmony in the whole creation.
Inside and outside.
Inside and outside. First it starts with inside, then it goes outside. Right?
Thank you.
Ultimately, if you are becoming enlightened, then you live in harmony with Ishvara Srishti. That's all. That's called enlightenment. We have a disharmony now. Is that make it clear?
Very clear. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So anybody else has any questions?
Guruji, is Jiva Srishti same as vasanas, or is it generating cause for vasanas?
So it is both, right? So Ishvara Srishti or universal creation is available for our perception, sense organs, correct? Then what we sense organs see, perception becomes our conception or thought process. Our conception becomes our impression. Our impression becomes again thought and again action. It's like a cycle. So perception, conception, impression, conception, perception, and action. So this is like a feedback loop. You have to break the loop somewhere. Does it answer your question?
Yes.
Anybody else have any questions? See, once you understand Jiva Srishti, Jiva Srishti, you are able to clarify, clean the mess, what is called Jiva Srishti. Then only Ishvara is there. Jiva and Ishvara, Ekatvam, oneness. Right now, we have what we call as Ishvara Srishti and Jiva Srishti. We have two things. It's like in a corporate, people who are working in the corporate now. There's an organization, there's a political group within the organization. Right? And government, there's a rebel group within the organization. Like that, in the Ishvara Srishti, we have a rebel group called the Jiva Srishti.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yes, Shanti.
So we can also say that the law of land, what is right, what is wrong, Nyaya, Vichara, this is also Jiva.
So there's right and wrong, a viewpoint is there, and right and wrong with universal order is there.
Yeah, like I was trying to think, deciding on, okay, fine, this is going to be unlawful. A state decides, like just keeping a firearm, for that matter, say.
Keeping
in
what?
some states, keeping a firearm.
Firearm, okay.
Yeah, so in some US states, it is lawful to keep a firearm for your defense. Like in India, it's unlawful. Right. So deciding what's wrong, it's a perception, right? What's right and what's wrong.
There are two things, okay? The cosmic order is there, cosmic order, totality.
Yeah.
Which is the law and order of the Ishvara.
Yes.
The cosmic order. Okay. Then what you call as legal and illegal is a human order.
Yeah.
Okay. Right? Cosmic order is totality. Human order is conception of human mind. The human order is required for us to live harmoniously, human being. But when we speak of dharma and adharma, we are speaking of the cosmic order.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is in the totality of the universe is called cosmic order, which is called Ishvara Srishti. Okay. So for example, I'll give you an example, right? When I am living in a country like India, outside when I go, it is the order of the government, the rule. You have to go on the left-hand side of the road, you should not do honking and all those things. It's a government order. It's a public. Whereas inside my house, it's my order. The children have to behave like this. They what you call lighting should be like that. Okay. So the higher order governs the entire state
functioning.
Yeah. So the higher order is called universal order. It's called dharma. Okay. So Buddha calls it as Dhamma. Buddha doesn't speak of God. Buddha calls that order as Dhamma.
Yeah.
Dharma. Okay. People say Buddha is a nihilist. Buddha speaks of the order called Dharma.
Yes.
Okay. The same order called Dhamma we call as Ishvara. Okay. So now, if you do something in harmonious to the universe, that universe will reward you. If you do opposite of the universe will punish you in some way. They are called Papa and Punya. So now these are not related to human beings at all. This is the totality of the universe. Okay. So this living in according to the universal law is called living according to dharma. Okay. Most of us don't understand that. That's a different thing. We can't be able to understand this whole universal order, so we do adharma. That's a different thing. Yeah. But there's a natural order in the universe. A magnificent natural order is there. Are we in tune with the natural order, or are we in tune with the opposite of natural order? That's called right and wrong at the universal level. Okay. Dharma and adharma. At human being level, it's very different. For example, wearing a certain type of dress is a law legal in some place. Not wearing that dress, the wearing the same dress will become illegal in some other place. Firearms in one place is legal, firearms in another place is illegal. Okay. So this is human mind. It is dependent on time and place. But cosmic order is not dependent on time and place. It applies to the entire galactic order, entire cosmos. Understand? So when we speak of dharma, we are speaking, can I live in tune with the cosmic order? So if I live in cosmic order, then the universe will reward you. It's called punya. If you are going out of cosmic order, it's called papa. These are not sin. A reward mechanism by the universe.
Understood.
Okay. Now, there are two orders. One is human order created by human being and order created by universe. So we need human being order also, because otherwise human society cannot survive. This is order within the order, sub-order. Okay. Okay. For example, everybody possesses a gun, firearm, then everybody can kill each other. So it is in violation of the universal order. Yes. But that not having firearms arms itself may be another problem. So like that, in human creation, there will be always problems because it's all limited thinking. In the cosmic order, it's completely harmonious. It's a natural law. So when you live in a cosmic order, you get punya. When you live against cosmic order, you get papa. But let us say you are going beyond papa and punya. You are going beyond reward mechanism. There's a reward, carrot and stick in the universal order. So if you go beyond carrot and stick, you start living not in the order, you become one with the order. That's called enlightenment and liberation. Then what will happen? Synchronicity happens. Means a lot of things in life happens by itself, because the whole universe acts like a single entity. Yes. That is called grace. Understand? So at the first level, they say papa and punya, good merit and sin. Okay, now this good merit and sin may be totally different from human concept of right and wrong. This is called, we call dharma. Sanatana Dharma speaks about this order, not the human order. Human order is a subset of that. Yeah. Right? Are we clear? Yeah. So universal order, there's a harmony and disharmony. That's all. So am I in tune with harmony or am I in tune with disharmony? If I'm tuned with harmony, then I'm in the part of devatas. If I'm part of the disharmony, I'm with the asuras, demons. Yes. Right? So there's a good and bad reward mechanism there. The reward mechanism is not what we think is a reward, material reward. So what I do to others will come back to me. It will affect me deeply. This is called karma. Okay. So this is what we speak as the dharma and karma. So for example, in the universe, a tiger is allowed to kill a deer. Yes. Because tiger's food is deer. That's the universal order. But tiger does not kill two deers. It will kill only one deer. Yeah. Because there's a food. 2 deer is not food for tiger. So the tiger is living in the universal order. But human being, if he can kill 10 deer and put 9 in the fridge, or 9 he can throw in the wastewater.
Yeah.
So he is violating the universal order in that sense. When you violate the universal order, individually he'll be affected by the karma, law of karma, and collectively will be affected by law of karma, collectively also, as a society.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are very subtle.
Yes.
Law of karma operating individually and collectively. So dharma is the order, karma is what we do to the order. And enlightenment is going beyond merits, papa and punya. Now you are not working for order, you are becoming one with the order. You are becoming the one with the universe. That's called enlightenment, liberation.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Anybody else any questions?
Guruji, on the same line, in universe we see from smallest animal like ant, even gentle animals like cow, they have some defense mechanism like horns or something.
Yeah.
So why should it be adharma to somebody to hold some weapon to defend themselves? Like it could be a lathi or a knife or a gun, whatever.
All right. Can you repeat the question? I'm not understanding.
So why would it be considered as adharma for somebody to have some weapon?
We are not at all speaking of adharma. See, we are not mixing, don't confuse the universal order with the human order. Human order is legal system.
So it's thinking of that particular society,
That
like what they want.
And what is legal in one society may be illegal in other society. Human order is always imperfect. Okay. To the extent whatever the local law they will make. But we are only speaking of the universal order. A horn is given to the cow, horn is given to the animal to protect itself. Similarly, some ability is given to human being to protect himself. So that's at the universal level, right? Whereas what human beings do that their own this thing, defense mechanism, having guns, having legal or illegal or arms, they're all human mind. Human mind conception is always limited and its own problems are there, right? See, example I'll tell you, okay? A cow is given 2 horns. That's for protecting itself. But the 2 horns it will not use to kill somebody else. Okay? A human being is given a gun to protect himself, but the gun he can use to kill somebody else. That way, human mind can violate the laws of the harmony of the universe, whereas animals cannot do. Nothing in the universe can violate the law of the universe, except human beings. So do not confuse dharma of the universal harmony with the local law and order. Law and order is human mind. By and large, it will help the universal order, but the law and order or what is considered by human mind is not perfect. For example, in the universal order, the cosmic order, right? Every living being is born naked. A tiger is born naked. Human being is born naked. In the God's order, the nakedness is acceptable in the universal order. But human society, it's not. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So do not mix up the order created by human mind with the order created by the universe, cosmos. Yes, they are connected, but still, whatever is conceived by human mind, still limited.
It is still society's Jiva Srushti.
It is collective Srishti, collective.
Collective Srushti.
So individual Srishti is called Jiva Srishti. Collectively, we create a creation that's called society creation, societal creation. It's called collective karma or collective vasana. So what they say, India is called karma bhumi, whereas other countries are called bhoga bhumis. That's collective vasana. The predominant thought process is let's enjoy life. In predominant thought process, India is supposed to be I will do good karma and get liberated, mukti. So these are collective vasanas. Societal vasana. I'm not saying that everybody lives that, but that's a collective vasana for a society. Right? So the collective vasana is what we call as collective karma. Individual vasana is called individual karma. Collective vasana is collection of jivas to get created. Right? For example, in India, so many states are there: Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. Okay. The moment you cross Karnataka border, you see different culture, different way of living. Understand? So that is the collective creation of the jivas there. Okay. Whereas the sky is same, the water is same, earth is same. That's Ishvara.
Yes.
Any questions?
Prabhuji, this is Padmini.
Yeah, one of them. Avinash, let's start with Avinash. Avinash, yes,
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah.
Okay, sorry, Padmini. So, Prabhuji, is everything is decided? Like we know that we'll, I mean, there is a birth, and we know that because we are born, we will die. So everything what we do, is it something? The actions we do, is it something which is decided already? Or
No, no. This is the wrong understanding. Right?
Mhm.
See, there's only Ishvara, only Brahman or God is there. Okay. The totality of the universe, only Lord is there, Ishvara is there. Okay. So now, what we call as cosmic self. Understand what, like individual self, there's a cosmic self. You are able to understand what I'm saying? The word cosmic self.
Yeah.
Cosmic self is Vishnu, or Vishnu we call by the name Vishnu, who is the total. Like I have a self, the cosmos has a self called Vishnu. It's
Right.
called Paramatma, the cosmic self. And I am the individual self. Right? So now the cosmic self creates the environment, total environment, what we see is the universe. The reality, objective reality called universe. And cosmic self creates the individual reality called individual self. It's the same self is there in both.
Mhm.
Okay, at the deepest level. The individual self has a freedom to play with this cosmic creation. Play, interact, play, create, contribute, destroy. Individual self, me and you are called jivas. Each of us has a freedom to experience, enjoy, create, contribute, or destroy this part of the totality of creation, which is called created by cosmic self. Right?
Mhm.
The cosmic self has an order. The individual self has been given a choice. You be with the order or play against the order. Whatever you want to do, you do.
Okay.
Okay? That order is called our free will. What is given to individual is free will. Are you clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now the free will can be used by the individual to create trouble for himself and trouble for the universal order. Or the free will can be used by the individual to contribute to the universal order. Both options are possible. Right?
Mhm.
So when you contribute to the universal order, you're called Deva. You become Devata, divine qualities. When you contribute to destructive order, destruction of the harmony in the universe, is called Asuri Pravritti, demonic qualities. Okay? But a free will is given at the individual level in that extent. Okay? So now the free will also brings a concept of papa and punya, reward mechanism and punishment. So the papa and punya, in the free will you act, you do something, right? And that will bring you good merit or sin, papa and punya at the universal level.
Mhm.
And now this becomes your bank balance of papa and punya will become what is called karmic load, karma, load of karma. A bank balance is kept by the universe, it's called karma, load of karma, karmic load. What you do, what you don't do, omission and commission. Okay. So now reward is for participating in the harmony, punishment is for disharmony, but it's kept. It's like a game, right? In a game, A penalty points are there or reward points are there. A football or any game. Are we clear?
Right. Okay.
Cosmos is a game in that sense. It's called Leela, play, game. But the game has strict rules.
Mhm.
Like a football has a strict rule, cricket has a strict rule, penalty points are there, reward points are there, like that.
Mhm.
Still, it's a game. Cosmic self plays with the individual self in that order game. Or individual self plays with the cosmic self.
So,
Still a game, still a reward points are there, penalty points are there.
okay.
Okay, that is called karma. Now, what happens in our life is because of the load of karma. Because what happens in your life is a gift from the universe in whatever way.
Mhm.
Right? It's not your creation. Your creation is a contribution to the universe, either harmony or disharmony. That's your creation. For that, what reward comes to you, what happens in your life? Because of the universe, not because of your individual effort.
Mhm.
That universe is not arbitrary. Universe goes by certain laws of karma and dharma. So what happens in your life because of the order of dharma and karma is what we call as destiny, prarabdha. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
So prarabdha is what happens in your life. Okay.
Mhm.
Purushartha, you are exercising your free will to some extent, and whenever something happens to your life. So that Purushartha is your free will.
Mhm.
Understand? So now,
Right.
let's say, for example, somebody loses the money. Okay, losing the money is not under his control. It happened because business went down, market went down, losing the money happened. It's prarabdha. It's not in his control. It's a control of the total universe. Right? So now, how does the person react to that? Oh, he can get depressed, or he can commit suicide, or he can fight and earn more money. It's called Purushartha. So Purushartha creates new karma, whereas Prarabdha is a backlog of karma. Enlightenment is going beyond this Purushartha and Prarabdha and getting one with the universe, getting out of the game.
Okay.
Did you get the answer for your question?
Yeah. So I did get the answer. So when the load of the karma, which you mentioned, so like whatever I do now, when I die, will it go, or it carries on?
It carries on. That's the law of the universe.
So
Called...
that means it is decided what will happen in my new birth.
No. See,
Okay.
here you have to understand what will happen to you.
Right.
Is decided by your action, conscious or unconscious action. What will happen to you, right? When it happens to you, how you act will create further karma or reduce the karma. That's your part. What happens to me, I don't have control, right? But what I do, I have a control to some extent, whatever extent.
Correct. Yes.
So what I do is my free will. What happens to me is destiny or God's creation, God's will. Right? Do you understand the difference?
So the destiny is decided already. That is fixed.
No, destiny is not decided. Destiny is decided based on what you do with the free will. God doesn't create a karma for you. You create karma for yourself by free will. So God or universe, destiny is a dispenser. It's not a creator. Do you understand dispenser and creator difference?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
The law of karma, the universe or Ishvara, make sure that law of karma operates properly. Is a order, law and order is maintained. You'll prescribe the law and order. In what you do in the law order is your book, your balance. Your destiny is dependent on what you have done, what you are going to do, and what you will do. Is the difference?
I mean, what I'm trying to understand is when I will be born again, if if I will be, if I will be born again, then I have some backload. Means that the destiny is somehow decided. Is it right or wrong?
Correct. Destiny is what happens to you, you will determine. But how you react is left to you. How you act on that.
But as a child, when I was born, how it was in my control at that time?
No,
I mean,
see,
it was not like a white slate.
See, please understand, what is given to you is destiny.
Mhm.
How you
Okay.
use it is your free will. I'll give you example. Okay, your children.
Mhm.
Huh? What are they? What are they doing? What are they studying? What are they doing?
Sorry, Prabhuji, I did not hear you.
No, your children. What age what age group your children have? What is your age group of children?
They're 16 and 13.
Okay, 16 children must be going to high school, right?
Right.
So now you give them the money, you pay the fees, and you put into a school environment for the child. Are you clear?
Right.
That is provided by you.
Right.
Okay, but where you will not be able to control the child whether he's studying there or enjoying life.
Right.
Correct, no?
Yep. Yep.
So what is given to you, one part, and how you use it is another part.
Okay. Okay, makes sense.
Okay, now what is given to us at any point of time is God's will, based on the God's will. But God's will is not arbitrary. It's not for Avinash or Narasimha Prasad is different. It's universal will. So Narasimha Prasad is enjoying life, whereas Avinash is suffering, Prabhuji is suffering. It is not because God wants you to suffer. God is just rewarding or punishing for what you have done in terms of prarabdha karma. That's your destiny. But how you take it and what lessons you learn from that is your free will. Like your child will go to school to learn or enjoy life.
Right.
Got it?
Yeah. Yep.
Is it clear to you?
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Right? So please understand, destiny is what happens to us. Free will is how you act on that or react to that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now the free will can be used for progressively getting to more bondage or progressively getting to more liberation also possible.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
See, somebody has 10 rupees. The 10 rupees he can earn, make it 20 rupees, 40 rupees by business, or he can lose the 10 rupees also. Similarly, free will we have, we can use it to get rid of the whole loan called karmic load, debt. That's through dnana, Atma dnana. Or the same free will you can use ignoring the universal order and living our own life to get more debt.
Yep. Yep.
Right?
Yes. Yep.
Do you understand the difference?
Yeah,
See,
that's what we studied in Gita as well. So,
yeah.
so
See, if you take, there are many people who interpret this story wrongly. Whatever happens to us is destined, they will say. Okay? Then we'll think that we are robots, automaticians. Then there's no concept of karma, dharma, nothing is there. We are just a machines. Right?
Yeah.
So what they don't speak is the purushartha. You have the ability to act on that or react to that, further create karma or get out of the karma. That's called purushartha.
Yeah.
If you don't take these two together, then our understanding of life is not complete.
Yep.
The play of universe is called prarabdha. Dispenser of justice called karma phala. The play of individual is to create karma or get out of karma. The play of the individual. It's a game between the universe and the individual. Cosmic self and the individual self.
Yep. Understood. Yep.
Does that answer your question?
Yes. Yep.
See, if we take a very limited sense, whatever happens to us is already determined, then we are just a mechanical machines. We don't need to have this discussion. We don't need to do karma. We don't need to dharma because we are machines, no? Then there's no meaning for Veda. There's no meaning for Purana. There's no meaning for Bhagavad Gita because there's nothing. It's already determined, right? So Vedas, Bhagavad Gita, Purana, all these are there because you exercise your free will in a wise way, justified way. What happens to you cannot be controlled, but how you act on that can be controlled. That's why Vedas, Puranas are there. Are you clear?
Yep. Yep.
Any questions?
Namaste, Prabhuji. This is Beena here.
Yeah, Namaste, Beena.
Yeah, so along the same lines about law of karma and universal order that you mentioned. So you were comparing it to a cosmic play or a game.
Yeah.
So in a game, as we see, like be it cricket or football, everybody knows the rules of the game.
Correct.
So how each individual plays the game, it depends on his skills and his talents.
Right.
But here in the samsara that we are living,
Cosmic
none
game.
of us know the rules of the game, and
That
by
is-
the time we really learn the rules of the game, we are already in our 30s or 40s, and by that time we would have done a hell lot of wrong things, or
Say, let me. Your question is first is rules of the game are not known. Okay.
Yes.
See, basically rules of the game are known. Even for the child knows the game rule. Okay. I'll tell you why. That's why we call it Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma means Dharma is not taught to anybody. Dharma is known to each of you. Okay. As a child, you know it well. For example, let's say you give a apple to the child and a rabbit to the child. What will child do with the apple?
He will eat the apple.
But will he eat the rabbit?
No.
Because he knows rabbit is a living being. I don't want to eat it.
Yeah.
Right? But the child becomes 20-year-old, then he'll kill the rabbit and eat.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the difference? As a child, intuitively we know what is reality. As a child, we know intuitive law. For example, a child, there are two siblings, bigger brother and younger brother. The younger brother say, you give more to my bigger brother, you should give equal to me. You are showing partiality. Can that younger sibling understand what is partiality?
No.
No. He'll say, no, you give to my brother, you didn't give to me.
Yeah.
Right? So there's an inherent sense of justice in us. As a children also.
Yeah.
Inherent sense of justice comes in terms of so nobody should hurt me. Is it inherent sense of justice for the child? Nobody should hurt me.
Yes.
Then on opposite of that is I should not hurt anybody. Is it inherent sense of justice?
Yes.
So this is called Sanatana Dharma. Dharma need not be taught. Dharma is born with you. But our problem is we forget and get culturally conditioned as we grow. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I should not kill an animal, a child knows. But as we grow up, we start violating the law and we start killing animals.
Yeah.
Didn't you know the law as a child? You know. So nobody should tell untruth to me. Does anybody like telling being told lies?
No.
So I should not tell lies to anybody. There's a symmetric law is there.
Yes.
And symmetric law, nobody has to teach us. No school has to teach us. No college has to teach us. No books have to teach us. Inherently, each of human beings know. Everybody should respect me. I should respect others. Is somebody has to teach you?
No.
So this, what comes by our birth intuitively, is the law of dharma given by God. That's why it's called Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is not learned by books. Sanatana Dharma is given by God to you by birth.
Yeah.
Understand? So your question is, I don't know the law. I don't know the law is not true. Sanatana Dharma, you know, by birth. Every human being knows, not just us.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. So as I understand, maybe the same child, when it sees some injustice when it is growing up, and his parents or relatives, they say it's okay, then it starts thinking that it is normal, and then it starts doing the same thing to others.
Correct.
So that's how it
your question is, a soul when it is born, the laws are not told, laws are embedded in you. But
Right.
as it grows up, it gets culturally conditioned by the family, surrounding, society.
Yes.
Okay, that's where we lose the law.
Right.
Understand? So the rules of the game is programmed into you when you are born. That's called Sanatana Dharma. The rules of the game you forget as you start playing the game. That's our karma. That's where your problem is.
Yeah, but the child is still immature to understand,
Correct.
what
Correct.
is
So what
right.
happens? The child is immature and starts speaking of parents and society and
Yeah,
all, right?
yeah,
Because the collective karma starts affecting the child. The totality of karma. Right?
right.
So now the child to come out of this totality of karma, it takes many, many lifetimes of evolution for the child.
Yes.
And a child which is evolved will never get trapped in the collective karma.
Yeah, so in that case, it is unfair for that particular child.
No. It's not unfair. In the sense, the evolution and maturity has not happened for the child, the soul.
Yes.
The evolution and maturity is not one lifetime, many, many lifetimes. Okay. So I'll tell you, this universe, what you call as universe, right? Universe is the university. University of God is called universe. Okay. When you go to university, what are you going to learn there? Physics, chemistry, mathematics, engineering, you learn that, right? You study the subject and then take an exam. But universe is not designed for a formal study and exam. Universe is designed for an exam and then study later. You will put into a situation, learn from the situation and learn. That's the evolution of the soul. It will happen in many lifetimes, not one lifetime. We will get a situation in life that called test or exam, and we learn. Initially, some basic rules are given to us. What is the Sanatana Dharma? You should not treat others, you should not hurt others, you should not kill others. That basic rules are given. After that, you are thrown into an environment. By living there, by experiencing failures and success, you learn from that. That is the evolution of soul many lifetimes. Test is given first, learning happens later. Whereas in university, lessons are given first and learning, a test is given later. The universe is there for us to learn law of karma. The universe is the university of God. We only learn law of karma. Law of karma is by doing, we experiencing, we learn. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, an opportunity is given to you. First, a basic laws are programmed into you, right? What is good, what is bad, what is right and wrong. A child also knows, in a sense. Then as the child grows up, it grows into environment, it challenges of the society, karmic impressions.
Yeah.
If the soul is mature, he'll choose the right path. If the soul is not mature, he'll fall and learn and then grow over a period of many lifetimes.
Yeah.
Understand? It's a system of freedom. It's not a system of bondage. It's not told you how to do this. The basic rules are given and you are thrown into a game. Universe is the university of God. Here we are there to learn karma. By doing, seeing the effect of that, we learn over many lifetimes. Dharma is already given to us by birth. Does that answer your question, Bina?
Yeah, Prabhu. Yeah, one more thing. So in this process of learning, I think we might end up doing more and more, karmas which are not in accordance with the universal laws. So again, we are getting trapped in the cycle of karma.
See, that's a part of learning. Okay. So God is not a dictator, right? Dictator say you do this, you don't do this. God is somebody who gives what are the basic laws and then allow you to learn, experience and come out. In that sense, your freedom has been given to you for explore, experience, expand and explore. Otherwise, God will be dictator now, will become more of machines, no? You're not machines, right? You're a living being, conscious being.
Yeah.
So you have been given full freedom to explore, expand, experience, do right and wrong, learn and grow and evolve into a divine being. You may fall into asuric being also, but the freedom is given to you in that sense. Right? For example, when you admit your child to the school, right? Will you go and dictate every single term in a single movement of the child? You should go here, you should walk here. You'll give a freedom. You learn, explore, right? What will happen? Imagine you a situation, you say, child, you should sit here, you should look at this way, you should do it this way. Imagine what happened to the child. It'll suffocate, no? It will not grow.
Yeah.
The entire growth happens because of freedom given.
Yeah.
Right? The moment you reduce the freedom, the growth will not happen. Exploration will not happen.
Yeah.
Exploitation will happen.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Are we clear?
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yes, Subbu, you have a question on that?
Not on this.
Okay. Before that, I think Padmini wanted to ask a question. Let me ask. Padmini, what question you have?
Prabhuji, the question I had again had to do with this individual karma and collective karma. So say I do something bad, that karma will come back to me in the form of, something reward or punishment.
Right.
Say I'm living in a place where, just assuming that Hitler is still here or something, and
Right.
he does something so terrible that it affects the collective consciousness of everyone around.
Yes.
So in that sense, even though I didn't do it, but I am kind of suffering
See,
the
basically, here
karma.
your question is, I'm suffering because of the collective karma, you're saying, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So basically, you're not able to separate out, see, the whole thing is a totality functioning, okay? It is individual and totality, we cannot separate out so easily. For example, how it will happen, I'll tell you, okay? Each of us at certain evolution level, we have certain vibrations. Understand frequency? Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, a frequency is like a higher vibration and lower vibration. This is a vibration level, right? You understand that?
Yes.
So each of us operates at certain frequency, vibration. Okay. The way it happens is like-minded people come together. You look around, your friends and relatives, and like-minded people start collecting together. A rich man's party, you go, only rich people will come. A criminal's party, you go, only criminals will come. So there's a attraction by this certain frequency. Are you able to understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
Alcoholic party, you may not go, but only alcoholics will go, even without invitation. Why?
Because they're all on the same frequency.
A bhajan group, a satsang, one certain frequency people will go, right?
Yeah.
And a disco club, some certain frequency people will go. If you go there, bhajan group person goes to discovery, he'll feel uncomfortable. Whereas disco person comes to bhajan group, he'll feel uncomfortable. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Each of us feels certain level of inherent comfort or uncomfort depending on our frequency.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is that when you are born into a collective karma, you are born because of that frequency attracts you. Because of your inherent frequency already.
Oh, okay. I didn't think of this.
Got it?
Yeah.
So we have heard of heaven and hell, right?
Yeah.
So God is made to fry the souls in hell or fry the souls in heaven. He's such a cruel person, right? He will fry in the heaven and hell. It's not that. What will happen is, when the soul lives here in the earth, Jiva lives in the earth, he has a certain frequency. He can increase the frequency or go down the frequency based on the freedom given to you. Are you clear?
Yeah.
So now, a soul which goes to higher frequency by participating in dharma and order of the universe, after a death, attracts souls of that frequency in another plane, or gets into place where such frequencies are there. Are you able to understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if you are living a good life, a harmonious life, you will get an opportunity to live with the harmonious souls. If you are a criminal or harming others, your frequency is that, and you will get a company of those people after you die. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
So now, let's say a person, he's a murderer, some thief or murderer here. Okay. Because of his frequency, he'll be born in a domain where only thieves are living. It's a thief country.
Okay.
Okay. If you are a chore, there will be Mahachor, double chore will be that in the locality. So the chore will feel the effect of his karma in the form of other people. That's hell.
Okay, okay.
The same way you do good karma, you'll be born with the frequency where people, all people are good people, a good environment, good community. So they will help you. That's called heaven.
Okay.
Understand? Each of
Yeah.
us develop a certain frequency based on our evolution. That frequency will take us to our next birth, next family, next life, wherever is that. So being born when Hitler was there is not an accident, but because of our inherent frequency which we developed our lifetime.
Okay.
Are we getting clarity?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yes, Subbu, any questions?
Is it okay, Guruji? It may be late for you.
Okay, I'm okay. I mean, if you are late for you, I mean, it's for you.
No,
people,
for me it's okay.
Yeah.
My question is, in Sakshi Bhava, witness consciousness, there is something should be there to witness.
Correct.
So is it, so there is a duality.
Yes.
So how does it lead to
See,
jnana? That is one
Sakshi Bhava,
question.
Sakshi Bhava is a mental attitude. Bhava, the moment you use the word called Bhava, it's a practice.
Practice, okay.
Okay. So the practice is Sakshi Bhava. And obviously practice can be done in duality. You cannot do practice in isolation.
Okay.
Right? The whole idea of Sakshi Bhava is I start treat whatever happens in my life, I don't react. So that I am moving towards my true nature, which is self. It's an attitude and practice for you to go closer to the self.
Okay.
Reduce your mental reactions. So
Okay.
it's not realization, but it's a way to go to realization. It's
Okay.
a process. In
So
realization, in real Sakshi, there's no duality. Sakshi Bhava, there's a duality. Sakshi Bhava is a
Sakshi
mental.
Bhava is a practice, sadhana.
Sakshi Bhava is the sadhana done in the mind. Real Sakshi is beyond the mind. Realization.
Okay. And related to that, when we say Atma Vichara, holding on to the I, is that also similar or?
As long as effort and thought is involved, it's a practice.
Okay.
Okay. In your natural self, there's no practice. Right? So practice is required before it becomes natural. Right? For example, when you learn driving, you are learning very cautious, accelerator, brake and all. It's a conscious learning. After some time, it becomes unconscious. You don't need to practice. Realization is that stage where you don't need practice. You are naturally settled there. Whereas till you do that, there's a practice required. Sakshi Bhava and whatever karma, what you do is a practice to get settled in that natural self.
Okay. But when we say hold on to the I, how do we know whether we are holding on to the real self I or to the ego?
No. When you hold on to I, you can hold on to ego only. You cannot hold on to real self.
Okay.
You'll never be able to. Real self is not object, no.
Okay.
You hold on to ego. So ego has a tendency to ahankara and mamakara. I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect, right? I am my husband, my wife. Ego has a tendency to ahankara and mamakara. Now catch hold of ahankara. Okay. Then don't allow it to say my, me and all. You're catching the ego by neck.
Okay.
That's called hold on to I. Then find out where this I came from. That came from pure I, where there's no I thought. Is it
Clear? Yeah. Thank you.
Anybody else? Any questions? Shall we close for the day? We'll say meditate for some time and close for the day. Anybody else has any question? Last question.
Prabhuji, Harshali, one question if you
Yes.
have time.
Yes, Harshali.
So based on what we were talking on this aspect of animals who, like the example which you said, that the animal will not kill for pleasure, it would kill to fulfill its hunger. And that's how they help in maintaining the universal harmony. So it looks like this option of disturbing the universal harmony is only available to human form, in
Yes.
spite of it being an intellectual animal.
Yes.
So this, since these animals, assuming that all the animals are following the universal harmony, does that mean that their path to liberation is a better way, and coming in the form of human is a curse?
No. See, animals are living in universal harmony, okay? But to realize their own nature, self-nature, it requires an evolved intellect like human being. It is many or millions and millions of evolution for the soul in the animal form to come to human life.
Yes,
Okay.
but is it a curse? Because it's here where we are doing good and bad and forming karma, I mean, the impressions and the vasanas and all, which the animals don't do at all. They are just following.
Animals work on prakriti or nature, right? So the do and don't or karma is at human life, not at the animal life level. Animal life is survival and living, correct? There's no good and bad there in the dharma and adharma there, correct? So how does the animal evolve? Is a predator becomes a prey, prey becomes a predator. Say, for example, a tiger kills a deer. So the last thought of the deer is the tiger. So deer takes the form of a tiger in the next birth. The predator becomes a prey. That is the relationship evolution happens in the nature. Tiger, when it dies, it's hungry of dying, hunger. So it keep on constantly thinking of the deer at the time of death. So that consciousness takes the form of the deer. So this is a very slow evolution process where they get exposed to a human being. The consciousness takes the form of human being at the time of death. It's a very slow evolution from animal level to human level. In the animal level, it is driven by the prakriti, nature, law of nature. At the human level, the law of karma triggers in. At the prakriti or nature level, evolution is very slow, spanning over millions and millions of lifetimes. When it comes to human being, there's a possibility opens up. You can speed up this evolution through dharma and karma. If you don't follow that, you'll still follow the natural law of the animals, prakriti. Are you getting what I'm saying?
So if I have not lived a good life, this life, so next life, I would be born again as a human, or I would go back to something again, some different form.
In nature, there's no guarantee.
Yeah, the reason I asked this is in continuation with Avinash's question. Like, if I have or Bina's question for that either, I do not have a control on when and how I am going to be born based on what I'm doing right now. I could be born as a human in a bad family, like what you said, with a family with thieves and murderers, or anything other than that also. So it's like all these are options. Whatever I'm doing in the form of human is kind of a curse kind of thing. Why are we even thinking about all these things?
The question is not clear. What is a curse?
So you have an option to do good karma and move ahead towards liberation, which is not available to the animal form, right?
Animal form is evolution, slow, because their evolution level is that much only.
But you said you can go in the form of an animal.
No, I'm saying that's a different situation. Where fallback and animal life is a very different situation. But I'm speaking of the animal. See, the whole evolution starts at the stone level, mineral level. Mineral to plant to animal to human, it's an evolution. From human to animal is a fallback. Fall. They are different situations. Are you getting what I'm saying? Animal life, a jiva, individual soul at the animal life starts as a mineral, gets into plant, gets into animal, gets into human. It's a long evolution process. In the cosmic cycle, time is not a matter. Time doesn't matter at all. When a human being takes an animal form, it's a fall, and there certain amount of understanding is there for that living being in that animal form to come out.
Right. So today, if I don't do things which, or rather I do things which disturbs the universal harmony, what happened? What would be the thing that my soul would go into?
No. See, this is what exactly is the effect of karma. None of us human mind can comprehend. Right? Because our human mind is very too tiny little to say. Because the moment I say from human mind level, it will come to human law, not at the cosmic law.
Right. I'm disturbing the cosmic harmony itself today.
Correct. So for that, whatever is life suitable for you, it's not a punishment. Whatever life suitable for you to learn the lesson will be born. It's not a punishment in that sense. See, universe is not punishing a person born in certain thing. It is giving an environment where that particular learning can happen.
Okay.
Right? You don't think it's a reward and punishment in that sense. Every soul to their level of evolution, what is the next lesson to be learned, that particular environment will come.
Okay.
It can be animal form or human society, wherever the soul can mature. For example,
I think I understood one I think in chapter 9 or 10, everything that would be needed for you to start going closer to the Brahman is what you would be put into, and that's how you will start living your life. I think that's what you had said. Yes, understood. Fine.
There was a cow called Lakshmi in Ramana Maharshi's ashram. Okay. So the cow called Lakshmi is a very evolved soul. So that Lakshmi used to listen to discourses of Ramana Maharshi, serve Ramana Maharshi, and it died in the hands of Ramana Maharshi. And Ramana Maharshi said this cow is liberated, mukta, jivan mukta. There are some animals in Ramana Maharshi's ashram where evolved souls taken the form of animals to live in the ashram to get the benefit of presence of Maharshi and get liberated also. That's a human being to animal form for liberation purpose also, not a punishment. Whereas human beings can take animal form as for learning how difficult life is, or the challenges of life will teach them also. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So anybody else, any questions? Shall we close for the day? Let's sit for silently for Pallavi, you want to say something? Okay. So let us do a small nididhyasa. Okay. Right. Please understand what is nididhyasa. Anybody has an understanding what is nididhyasa? Anybody is new doing nididhyasa? Yes, Harshani, you want to say something? Nidhi means wealth. Dhyasa means constant attention to the wealth. Right? So are you not doing nididhyasa of your child? Are you not doing nididhyasa? What is my child doing in the school? Are you not doing nididhyasa of where is my wife or where is my husband? Where is my business? Where is money? Money. Nidhi means wealth. Whatever you consider as wealth. It doesn't matter if you close your eyes or open your eyes. Your attention is there on that wealth. Right? So can your attention go to the real wealth called Atma? That can happen through teaching. So nididhyasa, if you take in a very loose term, whatever we consider important, our mind goes there. That's called nididhyasa. It doesn't matter whether you close your eyes or open your eyes. If I am able to go back to my inner self, who am I? with my eyes open or eyes closed when I'm working or not working, when I'm sitting for meditation. That's called nididhyasa. It doesn't matter. It need not be just sitting and closing eyes. It can be done anytime, anywhere. It can be done with a special timing, sitting in a place, closing your eyes also. Nididhyasa can be done while working, eating, drinking, playing, watching a TV, watching a movie, or it can be done with your eyes closed, sitting in a meditation posture in a meditation room also. Nididhyasa is an all-round activity, not a specific activity. Just like thinking about your child can happen when you're in office or in a playground or play this thing, your child attention goes to the child. If your attention goes to the self anywhere, it's called nididhyasa. Is that clear? So let us do a formal nididhyasa. Okay. Let us do a formal meditation now. Nididhyasa can be anytime. Okay. With your eyes open, you can do nididhyasa. For example, think of your child where it is. So immediately you're doing nididhyasa of the child. Okay. So now ask, who am I? Ask, who am I aware? Then your attention is going to the self. So let me ask you a question. Are you aware? What's your answer? I am aware. My question is a thought in your mind. I am aware is a thought in your mind. In between two thoughts, who was there? Only Brahman was there. There's no subject-object duality. Between every two thoughts, we are Brahman. Between every feelings, we are Brahman. Between every two perceptions, we are already the Brahman. Brahman is the background. There's no subject-object duality. Understand? Brahman or self is not a state to be gained. Brahman is a state to be recognized in every thought, every perception, every experience, every feeling. The gap between two thoughts, gap between two feelings, gap between two experiences is already Brahman is there. Screen is there already. Between two movies, there is a screen. The screen is Brahman all the time, every time. So people think that enlightenment is something I have to gain. False. Enlightenment is something I have to recognize. People think that enlightenment is a new experience. No. Enlightenment is the experience of every experience is the self is present. Recognizing the self in every experience is called enlightenment. That's called nididhyasa. So shall you do nididhyasa? Nididhyasa, a formal nididhyasa. Okay, formal nididhyasa is rupanvid, shabdanvid, nirvikalpa. There are three stages. Okay, I'll guide you. Close your eyes. Sit silently. Become aware of your breath. Just recognize that I'm not breathing. The breathing is happening. The in breath and out breath. The breathing is happening. I'm not breathing. There's no conscious effort there. The moment conscious effort comes, ego comes into picture. Breathing is natural process. Breathing is a part of Ishvara's creation, which is there for all animals as natural process. In breath and out breath. The breath moves. Between the in breath and out breath, there's a gap, a small, tiny little gap. In that tiny little gap, there's no movement. When there's no movement, there's no subject-object duality. There's pure awareness is there. Brahman is there. Just become aware of the tiny little gap between the in breath and out breath. There you are settled in your natural state, pure awareness. It is tiny little gap. It's difficult to catch. But if you are careful enough, you will be able to get that gap between the in breath and out breath. The more you become aware of that gap, the more the mind becomes silent. The breath is moving. Breath is, in breath is there, out breath is there, there's a gap. When the breath moves, I'm aware of the movement of the breath. The breath changes, but the awareness doesn't change. I know breath is, there's a movement of breath. The knowing doesn't change. The knowing is the sakshi, the witness. I am the witness of the breath movement. The witness is always there as the background. The witness is there when the breath is moving. The witness is there when the breath is stopped momentarily. I am that witness, unchanging. The breath changes, but the witness doesn't change. I am that witness. I am the unchanging awareness, unchanging knowingness in all the activities of the body and mind. Everything changes in the body and mind, but witness doesn't change. Witness is the awareness, the knowing principle. Thoughts come and go. I know thoughts are coming. I know there are no thoughts. The knowing principle is the witness. I am the knowing principle, unchanging. We are starting the Nididhyasa Rupan with Savikalpa Samadhi. Rupa means form. Everything what changes has a form. A movement has a form. The breath has a form. The sound has a form. So the form changes constantly. But I am the witness observing the changing form. The witness does not change. I am the knowing principle behind the changing forms. I am the pure awareness, the witness, the sakshi, unchanging. The body changes, the mind changes, the breath changes. The witness, the knowing principle does not change. I am that knowing principle. The waking state appears, disappears. Dream state appears, disappears. Deep sleep appears, disappears. The knowing principle, witness, does not change. I am that witness, pure awareness, Brahman. Shabdanvid Savikalpa. So Rupanvid Savikalpa. Understanding the form and understanding that all the forms are temporary is Rupanvid Savikalpa. Shabdanvid Savikalpa is remembering my own nature as the witness is Shabdanvid Savikalpa. Thoughts come and go. Shabda means teaching of Vedanta. Thoughts come and go, but I am not changing. I am the knowing principle. I am the unchanging, knowing, unchanging principle, knowing principle. Sakshi, the witness. Remember your deep sleep state. In the deep sleep state, there are no thoughts, there is no body, there's no mind. The witness is pure awareness. There's a bliss. Remember your witness state. Remember your deep sleep state. In deep sleep state, you are one with Brahman. There are no objects, there are no thoughts, nothing to witness. I am that pure awareness in deep sleep, pure existence. Just relax into a deep sleep-like state, remembering your natural state of deep sleep. Fully aware, fully conscious, but deep sleep, there are no subject-object duality. Pure awareness is there. I alone exist. I am that pure awareness, Brahman, in deep sleep. Nididhyasa is waking sleep, Jagrata Sushupti. Fully aware, like a waking state. A deep sleep state, like relaxation, by remembering our sleep nature, where I am Brahman, naturally. Stay in that blissful state. Asatoma Sadgamaya Ramasoma Jyotirgamaya Mratyorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamuduchyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Nanu Nanembudu Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Sachidanandatma Shivananani Shivoham 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 Atmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Satyadarshanam Antarjyotihi Bahirjyotihi, Pratyak Jyotihi, Paratpara, Jyotireva Jyotihi, Swayam Jyotihi, Atma Jyotihi, Shivosmiham, Lokaha Samastaha, Sukhino Bhavantu, Lokaha Samastaha, Sukhino Bhavantu, Lokaha Samastaha, Sukhino Bhavantu, Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om. Rub both of your hands. Just give arm to the eyes. Slowly open your eyes. With that, we will conclude today's session. Anybody has any questions?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hari
Thank
Om.
you, Prabhuji.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, Prabhuji.
So this
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the great session.
USA group and UK group, you can request for a session, combined session, once in a month or once in 2 months. Regularly, every week, I have given an option for local groups in Bangalore. Any group, any AVC group can come to my house. They can spend a half a day with me. So that recording also will be available. This recording, what is made today, can be made available to other groups. So you don't miss, nobody will miss anything. So please discuss with Gayatri whenever you want a session. Please discuss with Gayatri and schedule for next month or whichever month, alternate months. Okay. Let some questions accumulate before you ask for a next session. So anybody else? Any other inputs?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. Hari Om,
Thank you so
everybody.
much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hari Om.
Thank you very much.
Hari Om.
Satyavati, can you stop the recording?